This show exists simply because Mills County exists, because people here care and they show up and they want something that reflects who they are and where they live. Local media is not a luxury, it's infrastructure. It supports connection, it supports understanding. Welcome back to Mills County Roots. I'm Carlene Hall, and today I want to talk to you about something that's become very clear in a very short amount of time. Mills County is ready for its own local media. Not someday, not eventually, and not when someone else decides it's worth the effort. Right now, and the response to this show has made that impossible to ignore. From the very first episodes, the views have been strong, the engagement's been real, and the comments have been so thoughtful. The messages have been encouraging, and maybe most importantly, the conversations happening off camera and off microphone have been honest, excited, and full of ideas. People are watching, people are sharing, and people are saying things like, finally, this feels like it's for us. That tells us something important. It tells us that Mills County hasn't lost its voice. It tells us that people here still care deeply about what's happening around them. It tells us that the appetite for local stories, local information, and local connection never went away. What went away were some of the platforms, maybe. Of course, we still have other platforms in the area, and we do honor them, and we appreciate them being here. But for a long time, rural communities were served by truly local media, not perfect, but local. People who lived in the community covered the community. They went to the games, they went to the meetings, they knew people's names, they understood all of the context. They knew when something mattered and when something didn't. Over that time, things changed. Media consolidated, ownership moved further away. Decisions were based on efficiency rather than relevance. Coverage became thinner and stories became a little broader. Rural communities were slowly folded into larger regions and larger narratives until local coverage started to feel generic, distant, or missing altogether. But here's the part that matters most. The need never disappeared. People in Mills County still want to know what's happening in their schools. They still want to know what businesses are opening and expanding, and they still want to hear about community events, county decisions, sports, organizations, and people are making a difference, you know? They just didn't always have a place to find it. That's why this moment matters. Mills County isn't waiting to be discovered. Mills County is not asking to be rescued. Mills County is simply ready to tell its own story again. And I'm so proud to be a part of that and so grateful to be able to serve the community by telling these stories. Local media is not about competing with national outlets. It's not about competing with regional outlets. It's not about chasing viral moments. It's not about clicks or for the sake of clicks. Local media is about relevance, and it's about covering what actually impacts daily life. It's about reflecting the values, the priorities, and realities of the people who live here. It's about making sure that no one has to wonder whether something important is happening, because if it is, they're going to hear about it right here on Mills County Roots. And Mills County has all the ingredients for that to work. This is county engagement. People who volunteer, people who support local businesses, people who show up. It's a county with strong schools, active organizations, and communities that still value connection. It's a county where relationships matter, where trust matters. Those things are the foundations of good local media and the foundations of good community, right? Local media doesn't work without trust, and trust is built when people recognize themselves in the stories being told. And that's already happening here when viewers see familiar faces, familiar places, and familiar issues. Something clicks. It's not background noise. It's not something happening somewhere else. It's happening at home. And we're connecting the people we're talking to a long history of life and connection throughout the county. It gives a sense of ownership, and that's powerful. It changes how people engage. They don't just consume the content, they respond to it. They are the content, they contribute to the content, and they talk about it, and that's creating some momentum. Mills County Roots is not succeeding because it's flashy. It's succeeding because it's focused on the county, focused on the people, and on what actually matters. And that's our focus here as well. The kind of focus is something many communities are missing right now. In a world where so much media is national, loud, and polarizing, there's a growing hunger for something grounded, something practical, human, connected. Local media fills that gap. It reminds people that their community is not invisible. It reminds them that their efforts matter. It reminds them that they're a part of something. And that matters more than we sometimes realize. I know it matters to me, and I'm sure it matters to you. It's important for me to be a part of this, a part of Mills County, and a part of my home. Strong local media strengthens civic pride. It strengthens participation. It strengthens accountability. And when people feel seen, they're more likely to engage. When they feel informed, they're more likely to participate. And when they feel connected, they're more likely to care. That's how we stay healthy in our community. Mills County has reached a point where it's ready to support that kind of ecosystem again. Not just passively, but actively. You know, we see it in the early viewership numbers. We see it in the messages coming in the willingness of people to come on the show and to share their work and to talk openly about challenges and successes and their lives and their families. That tells us this is not just a show, it's becoming a meeting place. And that's exactly what local media should be. A place where we can meet, a place where we can talk, and a place where we can exchange stories, where we share information and that information flows, and a place where people really recognize each other and live together and know each other, especially important in a county like Mills County, where smaller communities can sometimes feel overshadowed by larger neighbors. Local media ensures that no town is too small to matter. No effort is too quiet to be recognized, and no success goes unnoticed simply because it happened outside a major metro area. We've seen that in the past, but we don't want to see that any longer. We want to tell the stories here at home. Mills County Roots exist to say clearly and consistently that this county matters. Its people matter, its stories matter, its future matters. And this is not about nostalgia, and it's not about recreating the past. This is about using modern tools to meet a timeless need. We're human, and we need that human connection. Local media doesn't have to rely on a printing press or a broadcast tower. It can live online. It can include video, audio, written content, and social sharing. It can reach people where they already are. That flexibility is what makes this moment possible. It allows local media to be sustainable in ways it could not always be before. It allows it to grow organically. It allows it to reflect the community in real time. The early success of this show is proof of that. We're so excited and we're so grateful for your support. People are finding us, they're watching us, and their phones, in their computers, in their TVs, and they're sharing it with their neighbors. They're talking about it at work and at events. This kind of growth is not by accident. It happens because the content resonates, and it resonates because it's local, because it is you. Mills County is not lacking for stories. It's full of them. Stories of entrepreneurship, Stories of service and growth and change, tradition, innovation. We're covering history. All of this exists side by side, and local media gives those stories a home. It also creates a record. Years from now, people will be able to look back and see what was happening here, who was involved, what mattered, why it mattered, and that has value beyond views or downloads. It really builds identity. When a community sees itself reflected consistently and accurately, it develops who it is and a sense that it's not abstract, it's practical. It influences how people talk about where they live. It influences whether young people feel proud to stay or even return. It influences how businesses see opportunity. Mills County's ready for that. It's already happening, and we're so excited. We're so excited to be a part of telling Mills County stories here at Mills County Roots. The show is not succeeding because of one person hosting it. It's succeeding because the community's participating in it, and every guest who says yes, every viewer who watches, every person who shares an episode or sends a message with an idea, that's what's building the local media. Not just one single voice, but many voices, and we love being in the conversation with you. Mills County Roots is not about one perspective. It's about creating space for many perspectives in a shared place, and that matters. Good local media does not tell people what to think. It helps them understand what's happening. It provides context and information and connection. From there, the community does the rest. Mills County is clearly ready to do that work. The early momentum of this show is not a fluke. It's a signal that people here want to be informed, a signal that they want to be involved, a signal that they want to support something that supports them. That's a powerful cycle. And again, we're so very thankful to be a part of the cycle. We're so very thankful to be a part of the launch. Local media thrives when it's rooted in mutual respect and respect for the audience, respect for the community, and the truth of daily life. That's the approach being taken here. And it looks like it's working, so we're excited about that. Mills County Roots is still early in its journey, though. There's a lot more to explore, so many more stories to tell, and so many more voices to bring into the fold, but the foundation is here and it's solid. The foundation is the county itself. It's already here, it's already happening. We're just telling the story, and you're telling it with us. This show exists simply because Mills County exists, because people here care, and they show up, and they want something that reflects who they are and where they live. Local media is not a luxury, it's infrastructure. It supports connection, it supports understanding, it supports community health. Mills County seems to be ready to invest in that, not just financially, but emotionally and culturally. By watching and participating and contributing ideas, supporting people and organizations, that's what's making this possible. So we're very grateful, and we hope you are too. This is a mutual journey between Mills County Roots and the county. This is how local media comes back. Not all at once, and Lord knows it's not perfect, but authentically, one conversation at a time. And if the early response to Mills County Roots is any indication, this county is more than ready for that conversation. Seems like it might have been waiting for it, and now it has a place to have it. We are so excited that Mills County Roots is being so well received. We're excited about the number of views that we're receiving and the shares that are happening. And we just ask you to keep commenting, keep sharing, keep engaging with what we're doing. Let's really flood Mills County with Mills County stories. Let's build that pride. Let's build that connection. Thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for letting us be a part of it as well. Thank you for joining Mills County Roots, and we will see you again tomorrow.